What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and we're going to do an unboxing for Bushido today. So this is a game we've had our eye on for a long time, and with a recent trip to Gen Con, it was just a great opportunity to stop by their booth and pick up a starter set here and just give it a kind of a go. So again, this is the 2-player starter set. We're going to get this open up for you guys, take a look at everything inside, and kind of just go over some things there, and then we'll continue on. Alrighty guys, we're back and we got everything opened up here for you. So one thing that is just super impressive with this little 2-player starter set is that the box itself is not big. It's probably equivalent to like a typical like infantry type of box from other game systems. So there's again, physically not a very large box, but you're getting a hell of a lot of stuff in here. So it's pretty impressive. So first up is this little handy reference sheet here. It's got a QR code, but basically walking you through with some videos on how to play the game. So super cool stuff there. Wish a lot of companies, or more companies, would do that. And then a link to that as well if you don't want to do the QR code thing. So always neat to have that, especially jumping into a brand new game. And then a lot of the other components here as well. So we got our bases. So this game's basically using like round lip bases. We'll get those off to the side here. We got a full rule book, and I always love that these are soft covers. So, but full color, lots of good stuff in here. And again, combined with the YouTube videos, will definitely make jumping in easier, as there's a fair bit of terminology and other things to kind of wrap your head around. So jumping into this from maybe other game systems. So got that. We'll cover that in another series of videos down the road, but again, just a quick look at that. So this rule book tops out at just about 100 pages. So, but covers some of the different factions in the game, and again, everything you need to get up and running there. So then we get 3 sheets of tokens. So it's always nice when we get those included, and they're not just like cheap, like black and white things. So full color on these. Again, 3 different sheets. Basically the same stuff, although different icons on the ends of these. So I'm not sure what those are for yet, but presumably some of the different factions or other things that are out there. But anyway, so we get 3 sheets of that. So again, quite a bit, all things considered, for just such a little starter box. We get a pile of cards here as well. And again, some of this I think will tie into the different factions and models available in here. There's some equipment. And then we get into stat cards for the figures included, and again, just some other enhancements and other modifying items based on, I think, faction, and again, recruiting certain models, it seems like, will also enable other special cards and abilities. So there's definitely a lot to wrap your head around there, but it's always cool when you have little things like that in games. So it modifies modifications to basically how you can build your forces based on what's available to, and kind of like different unlocks and stuff like that. And pretty cool card design as well. So again, pretty good quality on these as well. Not overly thick, but certainly something maybe throw in, again, like a sleeve and then like a top loader or something like that, just to keep them fully protected. But so we have all that, and then last but certainly not least are the models in this. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, didn't have too much time to check out their booth at Gen Con, but I think a lot of the other models are metal for the game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but at least for the starter here, they are in resin, and my gosh, these are some gorgeous, gorgeous models. So I think everything in this starter are Ronin, so mercenaries, essentially, but you know, just again, exquisite detail here. So we get 10 total models in here. A couple of these are sort of 2-part models. We'll have to, you know, as far as assembly goes. So, you know, like that is actually one model here. These 2 are a model, the fox, I believe, and so on and so forth. But overall, again, just really, really good stuff. We can get this to focus. So let's see if we can, without any background noise there. But yeah, just take a look at that. Really gorgeous detail here. So this guy looks like Kenmina. Sadaka. Again, just look at that. And again, given how small the box is, again, just fantastic job on the packaging and everything. Not a broken piece in here. And somehow they still managed to fit all this stuff in such a teeny tiny box. So this guy here with the bow, Haiboku. Kicho. So you got dual wield here. Nice. This one of the sort of two-parters, Hinadori. Looks like she's some sort of spellcaster. Tayo. More like a villager of some sort. This one's sort of another two-parter. I love that they also label these just like part 1 of 2, 2 of 2, and so on. So that there's absolutely no confusion on how these go together. Doesn't seem like there's really much in the way of mold lines either, at least from a cursory inspection. So absolutely great quality here. There's the other piece of that. Just really gonna be really cool to see this stuff painted up here. Daihanji. So we got Ryokin. Part 2 of 2 there. And then last but not least, Koga. Exquisite detail here. So yeah, that is what you get, guys. So again, quick little look at the 2-player starter for Bushido here. So this is from a little company called GCT Studios, so European-based, I do believe. We will put a link up in the comments for you guys, or the video description, and then we will be looking at building this, of course, getting it cleaned up and ready for some games. And hopefully not too long here, but definitely stay tuned. We're going to start digging into the rulebook as well, and putting out some extra content for you guys here. But if you have already played Bushido, what are your thoughts? Are you sort of an old-time veteran player for it, newly jumped in as well? What do you think compared to this, compared to relative to other skirmish games out there? Again, this one, as far as I can tell, too, plays on a very small game map. Basically, I think like something like a 2x2, which is always great as far as like not a huge like terrain requirement. Very simple to sort of get up and running with that, and like again, really like a true skirmish game, not a lot of models. I know some skirmish games, or games that call themselves skirmish games, have kind of ballooned up into almost more like an army-sized game, where you're really feeling still a lot of models. But this, as far as I can tell, is definitely a very low model count. So always nice to see, and almost more like a micro kind of skirmish game with not a lot, again, in the way of like table space required and so on and so forth, like terrain and stuff. So anyway, it looks pretty cool. So again, we got really gorgeous minis. Looks like it definitely uses cards for various things, lots of tokens, and again, looks like a pretty tight, compact rule book. So we're going to jump in, but let us know your thoughts, guys. Hit us up in the comments, like and subscribe. We'll have more Bushido content for you in the near future. Take care.